Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome back to Flying in Space with Planet Head. I apologize for the nasally uh, voice today. I am a little bit under the weather, so my brain isn't functioning as normal. Um, does that work? Uh, Microphone is working, so that's good, I think. Let's see what we got here. Just wanted to get started for the weekend. It was a very long week at work, and I want to relax before I start doing some work around the house. So I'm going to play some Eve. Um, got some really great comments over the last couple days. I haven't been able to make a video in the last 2 days just for the fact that I've been working so much. Um, so what I thought I would do today is just go through some of those comments and reply to those here, and then afterward I'll reply unless I can get into them real quick. Because there's some really good pointers as to mistakes that I made or things that I could do better with my PvP. I haven't read them fully, um, uh, so I'll be kind of talking through them as I read them. But there were some good pointers as far as using thermodynamics and overheating your weapons. And then if I get a little bit of time at the end, I will try to fit out one quick ship and try to go find a fight someplace and die. Um, but I'll try to fit it out maybe a little bit better with some of the junk that I got lying around. Um, and sorry. Other than that, that's all I got for right now. Literally, I just woke up and got my coffee. So, if I could think of anything else, one other thing was pointed out to me the area that I found to live in a while back might be the best place. I found it pretty good, but recently it's been a little bit tougher to rat. There's a lot more people in space, so I might start looking for either a secondary place or a different spot. I'm not sure yet. My thoughts are I'm smack dab in the middle of faction warfare space. Maybe the idea might be to be just outside of faction warfare space, still in low sec if possible, and then be able to jump into faction warfare space if I want to, or find some other place to do some ratting to kill the rats, to build the stuff to get shot up in that I can get blown up in. So that's long term. Let's just jump in here. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the YouTube uh, channel dashboard. This is what pops up for me where I can check to see if there's been any latest comments that have come through. Um, and so what I thought I would do is just check these out. It's been a couple of days since I've really had any chance to look at much. Um, but I got some really good ones in here. Let's see here. Okay, so Russell Carty says, great video, very important. Thanks for talking through your fits in combat. I talked through my very poor fitting. um, in my opinion, a tracking disruptor is not really worth fitting to a brawling frigate, as you'll mostly be fighting other frigates who can easily track you even while disrupted. And reduced range is usually useless because you're tightly orbiting them away. I'd go with a tank module instead of tracking disruptor. Russell, I 100% agree with you. I've thought about this over the last couple days. This was just something that I could throw onto it as I got my fittings better. Um, I'm probably going to be switching out the tracking disruptor, but I'm not saying I'm going to not use the tracking disruptor in the future. It's given me some really great ideas for possible fits in the future that might use it a lot. I was stuck. I was like, do I go down that road and try to keep going with the tracking disruptor and find a better ship and a better play style to work with it, or do I keep going with the brawly simple style that I'm doing right now and just try to upgrade that? Um, I think I'm going to go with the brawly side for now, but it has given me, and this is where I love doing things that aren't the best because it gives me those options for the future. So, really great point there, and I agree with you. Since I'm fighting other frigates now, if I was in a fleet, possibly, well, even then, we were taking on some cruisers or something. I don't know if that would be. I would want those on there, but that's a very specific situation. Um, so great point. And I'll write you there. But if you see this, awesome. Matthew Hart says a lot of the faction warfare is rock paper scissors. Make a game of figuring it out if you are facing brawl, kite, and a kite scram, and trying to use plex mechanics for position. So you didn't screw up everything. I did screw up everything with the last fight that I was in that I posted. Actually, that was the last fight that I was in. Uh, it was just not recognizing that they were kiting and were already set up at a plex 20 kilometers from the beacon. In a brawl ship, you can try to force a kiter to enter a plex on you. Okay, so you guys are great. Matthew, 100% agree with you. 100.1% agree with you. No, I I don't know. Just because I read it sooner later than the other one. Um, the one issue that I've run into is I've been trying to. You're saying if I can be inside the plex, if I'm understanding correctly, if I can be inside the plex, to if a kitey ship comes in at me, I can try to keep that range at the beginning. So they have to fly in at me, and we're at ball range, and I gotta. If I get close to him, I can fight him. Whereas I flew into the site. Um, and he was already at distance from me, so it was very hard for me to get close to him. Um, I've tried to not sit in plexes with learning. I'm not saying I won't do it in the future, but the learning side of it, I'm trying. I don't want somebody to see me and say, "Oh, he's in such and such a ship." I want to dictate my um, my choices down the road. I'm not really dictating any choices right now, other than the fact that um, I'm choosing to fight or not to fight. What I found, I swear I tried doing some faction warfare like 8 or 10 years ago, and I remember just getting annoyed with it because at the time, I only did it for a very short period of time, and it seemed like either I was going after bots or people who were plexing who would just fly away as soon as I got there, or 9 times out of 10, I would run into guys who would fly in to tackle me so the rest of their friends could come in and shoot me. Um, so uh, this time, whenever I was trying to try to stay more positive in my mental frame, I was like, I want to choose whenever I want to fight. Um, Down the road, I definitely, and I agree with you, the 20-kilometer distance he's set up, but I'm not a cutter. I'm trying to keep it simple. So um, I'm going to run into this, and this is why I'm flying some bad shots, but I 100% agree with you there. And then Nigel Roberts says, slices are very fast. You wouldn't win without a web. Yeah. So, yeah. One thing I could do is where Russell Canty down here says throw in some tank, I could actually throw in, if it fits, the Webifier. So that's another option. So yeah, definitely great ones there. So let's see here. Um, Ori Arrow says you can also preload your turrets and mid slots by hitting the hotkey. Oh yeah, that is true. That way you can also use all your modules at the moment you lock. Another thing you could take from this is that you identify what kind of ship um, you want to fight in your ship. Uh, what kind of ship you? I am not awake yet. Jeez. Wow. Like slashers, slicers, most Tristans, any missile ship, etc., is in fights you want. Things like Punishers, Merlins, and Cursus are ships. 100% agree. And this is something where ship knowledge comes in. I gotta stop the 100% agree with you. I give you a big green light, a star on that. Knowing the types of ships that you're flying against, and this just comes from practice, I think, in choosing to fight those fights. And then um, I will say this: uh, I won't go ahead of the game. I think a lot of people, not only in just this, but in any type of um, game itself, I always go back to poker because it's a very simple thing. Um, if I go to fight a Merlin or a Cursus, I'm going to expect them to be another brawly ship or another ship that is a close range that maybe I can fight, and that's what I want. I'm not going to put any really strange fits in down until I learn the basics of things, because you'll have people who don't know the basics who then say, "Well, I'm going to make a kitey punisher or a kitey slasher or something like that." I'm not going to do that until I feel comfortable with being able to do the basics. So some of you might be out there saying, well, you could have a cutty, you could run into a cutty punisher. I agree with Ari Arrow. Go after the ships that most of the time will be ones. If you get caught, don't fly anything expensive while you're learning. But really great point. Ship knowledge and what you're going up against. I've now learned that going up against a slicer, like Nigel says, is probably not the best idea. Um, so, um, um, I don't have them here. I think I actually replied to them. A couple guys brought up from 2 episodes ago that I could use thermodynamics to overheat my engines. Oh, thank you very much for these here. Um, do I have? Oh yeah, the Crimson Harvest is going on now, and I'm not participating at all, and I should be because I think it's worth a lot of ISK. Um, so uh, they brought up thermodynamics. There was a fight that I had the other day in my basic ship. Um, that I almost won, or didn't win. I was doing better than I thought I would, and I didn't have any way to apply any more damage or refresh my tank any. It was a passive tank with just trying to do a basic damage. You know the slasher that I've been flying. And so that was something I was working on the fit with. They brought up a third point that if I had maybe overheated some of my items, that my guns or things, I might have been able to last longer, which is very, very true. I almost said 100%. Very, very true. Um, and um, so yeah, I actually went and got the thermodynamic skill. I'm not going to be very good at using it. I didn't pick my things there. Shoot, is that the? Is that right? There we go. Claim that. Got to get my free stuff. Claim that. What is it? A filament? At some point, I'm going to do filaments. I don't know. I got a ton of them. Um, but so I did get the thermodynamic skill. I think I actually bumped it up to over the last 2 days while I wasn't playing. I think I bumped it up to like level 3, or it's working on level 3. I also got the oh, let's just check here. I added in the skills for weapon upgrades and advanced weapon upgrades. I already had the basis of those that I was working on, but I think I got weapon upgrades up to level 4, and I'd set up advanced, uh, there it is, advanced weapon upgrades to level 3, which, um, if you don't know, is a very good skill. I think it's something that everybody should have. I was surprised I didn't have it already. But it reduces the power grid need for your weapon turrets and launchers by 2%. This is really important, I think. I haven't flown one in a little while in regards to flying destroyers, because you have so many uh, gun ports or missile ports on there. So this will be very helpful in the future and might be able to help me fit out those extra slots that I'm not using currently. Um, so yeah. Um, so yeah, cool. Thanks so much for the comments. Let's see if I could fit out a quick slasher here. Oh, I got to get 5 kills today so I can get my 10,000 points. Okay. Um, so while I'm doing this, if you guys are interested, it is in my description. This is not a advertisement. There is a Discord channel. If you want to join that, you're more than welcome to. It is wide open. I think there's like 18 guys in it right now. I've got some stuff in there. I want to get it larger for the future. Um, because my ultimate goal is actually to go to FanFest in April of next year, and one of the links in there is me learning different things. Like I'm learning here, learning flights and hotels. And if you guys have ever been there before, if you have any notations about that or pointers for that. I've never been outside of the country, so I'm looking forward to that. And and it would help other people that maybe are thinking about going too. My first trip outside of the country, I have been to 48, all 48 of the contiguous. Wait, no, I haven't been to Washington or Oregon. 46 of the 48 states of, I'm sorry, 46 of the 50 states of America. But I've never been outside of the country, except I think I went to Canada when I was about yay tall. Um, so let's get into a fit. I've been talking too much. Oh, this is my junky PvE slasher. Um, so let's get our. I think I've got one ship left that I built. Oh, I've got two. Sweet. I can go get killed by somebody else today too. So let's build this from scratch. See what we've got. And try to learn from the mistakes that we've done before. If you've watched me do this before, I'm learning PvP, so I'm making, oops, let's make this our ship. Make active, thank you. Um, I have brought some blueprints out and I'm making the most basic slasher fit while I work on my actual tactics, personal tactics, um, learning how to set up, use thermodynamics, use targeting, range, that sort of thing. My ships normally are worth less than 1,000,000 ISK because they're using very basic items so that I can learn the actual clicking on things. Um, but I have been able to learn to build these basic ships so I don't have to go find them and bring them back. Um, it's kind of fun. So let's get into our items, things that I built and scavenged. We're going to see what we can find out today. So things that we will definitely need. We're going to need our guns, and we're going to go with the basic 150s like I've been going with. Very, very basic. One, two, three. Perfect. Still have that top slot that I am not really using just yet. Um, then we need bullets for the guns. Never leave home without bullets. So we're going to go with some fusions. Fusion S's. There we are. Just load up the guns. I'm going to die before I use all those bullets, so uh, I'm not going to load any more into there. This is a purely go fight somebody and get blown up ship. Now the fusion guns are, I've talked about, or bullets are for explosive and kinetic. So to round that out, I've made some EMP uh, ammo. I'm just going to throw this in here so that if I do go up against a ship that's more focused on your EMP or your thermal damage, I've got these to switch out if I need to. So that's something I really want to work on, which I haven't been able to so far. So I'm going to throw in uh, 360 of those. Why not? Okay, so we got our guns. We can shoot somebody if we want to. The most basic thing that you can do. So how can we shoot them more? Well, I built some rigs. Let's take care of that next. Because we know we're going to throw the rigs on there. And the reason why I've started liking to throw the rigs on there first is because then the rigs have their negatives. And so I like to know what those negatives are before um, I actually start building the rest of the ship. Now, these two are your projectile aerator and your collision aerator. Um, Wait a second. Burst aerator and collision aerator. So this one, if I remember correctly, does more. Well, we just pull it up here. Show. Does more. Makes your guns fire faster. Show info at the top. Um, good. And it is a negative using more than one. No. Turret rate of fire. That's the words I was looking for. At the expense of increased power grid for your projectile weapons. So it makes these fire faster, but my power grid down here gets less. But I'm still going to use it. These rigs you would want to be careful with, again, if you were doing a destroyer, because you're going to be putting so many of the guns on there. So, boop, boop, boop. And then the collision one just makes your guns do more damage. So this should pop up a little bit here, but not a whole lot. Because I don't have super big guns on it. There we go. Okay. So we've got that. We're shooting somebody now. If you watched recently, I went with the passive large tank with the medium shield. I think I'm probably going to try to go with that first, but we definitely need the ability to hold somebody down. So I built the warp scramblers, the basic ones. Let's see if there's, now I found some here, warp scramblers, and we're going to go with the basic one first. And then if I'm dealing with trying to fit something in here, I might go with a compact one. We're going to find out. So definitely need that. We're not going to go with, I've been throwing in the tracking disruptors. We're not going to go with that now. We can go with something different. I could do a painter. I don't know how helpful that would be for a frigate. We got 2 low slots. Maybe we should fill those out first. Let's see what we've got here for stuff. I'll just sort it by those. So I'm going to be doing a shield tank, so I don't need armor tank. I'm going to be going with, now the question is, the inertial stabilizers will allow me to move faster, whereas the overdrive injector will make, or the inertial stabilizer is giving me more agility, while the um, overdrive injector gives me more speed. And then what is that? That is a for compact tracking enhancer. Let's see what we got here. Enhances the range and improves the tracking speed of turrets. Ooh. So that would increase my range. I'm having a problem getting in close enough on people. Attributes. See, I'm trying something and this is kind of cool. Fall off bonus is 16.5%. Optimal range bonus is 8.25%. So it'll increase it by about 60 meters. It's not a huge bonus there. The fall off would be, well, that would be about, I don't think this would really help me a whole lot. My tracking speed bonus goes up to 8%. I think this takes scripts, but I don't have them. So if I went with scripts, I could probably increase these. So that is something for the future. I like it, but we'll wait. Compact signal amplifier. What are you? I haven't looked at these things in so long. Augments the maximum target acquisition range, locking speed, and sensor strength of a ship. Okay. Ooh, so I can lock them faster. Oh, this is how guys kill me at gates. Okay, I gotcha. I gotcha. Uh, scan resolution bonus. So it basically um, increases the resolution of my ability to target somebody, and also increases the distance. Now I don't really need to worry about the distance, but the resolution bonus would allow me to target them faster and hit them faster if I'm doing the skills that I'm doing. Huh. I don't think I'm awake enough to try something new, so we're going to go basic. Damage control, boom. Inertial stabilizers, ooh, but I can go with the type 2 restrained. Then we're going to do with that. They're a little bit better. Okay, so I got a quick ship with a little bit of damage control there. We still have a lot of room here. Now the big kicker is that medium, um, the medium shield. So ship. Oh, So we're in here. We're going to switch down to medium power. Got that. Oh, we need our afterburner. So do I have any better afterburners here? I've got micro warp drives, but no afterburners. I like the afterburners because it doesn't increase my radius. I may switch that out, but I got 3 more of those to get blown up in before I do. So definitely need the prop mod. So here's the question. We're going to throw on the shield booster. Now watch how this, see how that just increased a huge amount there. That leaves me a slot here and a slot here. If you notice, I think I had a very similar fit, but I've got my skills better, which has given me a little bit more of an option here. It used to be, I think at this point, I'd be at like a 0.9 and I just kind of threw in something at this point. Now the question is, can I throw in a web of fire? Web of fire, or so this is the fitting, 1 power grid, so it would fit there, and plenty of room in the CPU. So I can do the web of fire if I want to, or do I fill in the gap here, because it's a shield tank, do I fill in this gap right here? I've got an 8% EM damage, 26% thermal damage. I could, can I, do I have, I don't have anything that I've scavenged recently that would work for that. So here's the other option, and this is going to sound strange. So I need to buy some of these to make some basic one of those to try them out, or some blueprints for that. Remember in the comments earlier where it was saying choose your fights? If I'm going up against Minmatar ships, they're going to be, or I'm sorry, if I'm going up against hybrid guns, they mostly do EM and thermal, I think, and the same thing with ooh, yeah, so I really want to either fill this gap here or try to hit them harder. Can I do a shield booster? Show info. Oh, wait, yeah, this is a, oh, that is a medium compact, so I can't fit that. That's too big. Maybe down the road I could fill in the slot there. See, this is a passive. Let me just see something here. You see, this is the passive shield replenisher. It'll give me 7 hit points per second, but when you're dying within 15 seconds, that gives you 15 points of damage protection, which doesn't do you any good. That's my tracking computer. So that's you've got the disruption, or you've got a tracking computer which helps you. Let's see what this does here. Show. And by predicting the range of targets, it helps boost the tracking speed and range of turrets. So this will increase my range of my turrets as well. How much does it increase it? I'm sure it takes scripts, and so tracking speed bonus of 12. Optimal range. So this is just about the same as the other one. Okay. I've got options here now that I've got not huge options, and I see things that will make me want to go buy other things. I could throw in a no, I'm not going to. Ooh, what are you? Compact radar ECM. Have I used those at all? So this is your disrupts enemy targeting by generating a field of random sensor noise. Works especially well against radar systems incorporated into ships built by Amar Blood Raiders. So if I'm going up against Amarian ships like a Punisher, this would be used to disrupt their. Ooh. So if I focus on a Mars ship, oh no, but Mars ships do EM and thermal. Dang it! What I'm saying there is, this says if I go up against Amarian ships, this will disrupt their targeting. The only problem is Amarian ships most of the time do thermal damage with their guns and EM damage, which my shields are very low to, and I am a shield tank ship. So this is not, I think, if it helps you guys give me some ideas, that's awesome. Uh, I think I just got to go right now with the Web of Fire off the top of my head. If you guys see something here that I should have gone with instead, please feel free. But it'll get me used to doing the webifying. Now the big thing here is which one do you go with? Do you go with the compact one, maximum speed, thereby slowing it down? Attributes. So it doesn't seem like there's any negative to this. I think it's with the fitting. Usually it will cause CPU. Oh, so we're going to go with the fleeting compact. Boom. All right, let's get out there and get blown up. I'm going to jump out. Obviously, you see there's 6 guys in the system. I may be able to get blown up right away. If not, once I exit the system, I'm going to jump to my safe spot, my undock spot, check out the sites. If there's no novice sites, I will fly to other systems, and I will chop that part of the video out. So maybe I'll just have the fight there, so you're not having to watch me fly around too much. So unless there's something cool that's going on. So let's see what happens here. The other part too is I need to get to a safe spot to set up my hotkeys and stuff. Got to get better at that. Oh, I am so glad I had the mic on today. Okay, so undock. Warp. I'm going to practice in a caracolin system. Don't see any of the regular faction warfare sites up. So we're going to warp to our regular safe spot here. Good. Let's minimize that. Ooh, something I almost forgot about. What were the 3 things that I wanted to remember? Number 1 was to change my settings. So I'm going to change it to performance so that if I do get into something, oops, hopefully my screen doesn't get choppy. So I'm going to memory, performance, there we go, apply. These should all go to low, so the prettiness of my picture won't be as nice. Yeah, disabled or low, but it will hopefully allow me to do things better. Okay, so I need to get my gun set up here. And then got my micro there. Why are you not? There we go. Thank you. And gonna want to webify. Okay, so my web warp scrambler. I'm gonna try something here. Now the afterburner I can just turn on as soon as I start going. So I'm gonna leave that down here. I'm gonna put these by range. The webifier is 10 kilometers. The scrambler is 7 kilometers, and my guns are at 6 kilometers. So I know that it's farther range here, and that was a mistake that I was making before is range. Okay, now descan it out, see if we got anything out here. Probably not. Let's take a quick look around. Hoping since it's the weekend, it'll be easier for me to find somebody to kill me. Let's see here. Wait, how about, and I've set my autopilot here to only fly in low sec, so it will only have me travel through low sec going this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start traveling toward Ignoiton. And if I find anybody in a novice or a small site that might be worthwhile to kill me, I will do that. So at this point, probably I'll either chop it or you'll just see me do. I've been kind of getting into the whole like speed up the video type thing, so you may see me go it, 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 it. So, alrighty. All right, so I gotta do this kind of quickly. There is a breacher here in one of the sites. Um, all these guys are parts of the militia, Myanmar Empire. Okay, so all of them seem to like know what they're doing. Pretty sure a breacher is a missile-based Minmatar ship. Yes, light missile rockets, shield booster. So he's got shield boosters on there. Interesting. Okay. Um, so he's probably there we go. So if he's Minmatar and shield boosted, then I probably want to switch out into my EM guns, if EMP ammo. It's probably a really bad idea. Okay, is he still there? Somebody just left system. He's still there. Good. Now, okay, I need to remember. Ooh, and I can preheat these. Overload the rack. Okay, so I'm going to try to overload the rack. I don't know the hotkeys for that, but I need to keep my tactical large enough. I need to get my things up and firing, and maybe we can do something here. So hopefully, now we're going to warp to here. Hopefully this will work. Now I am going to die here, but let's see if we can get this up and running a little bit better. Activate that gate. Tactical out, remember. Cool. He's trying to get range on me. Aha, okay, so that worked a little bit. Let's try to lock him down. He's going to kill me. I'm barely doing any damage to him. He's still got me locked down, so I'm not going to be able to get away. Cool. I think I did okay there. I think I did okay. I had a plan. It looked like he was trying to get range away from me. I think I was able to close that. I'll have to rewatch it. I think I did okay. It'll be interesting. I want to see actually, can I see what type of damage he was doing from, I don't know if you can see that. There's too much stuff on here. I need to go to my safe spot. That's where I need to go to. There is, I'm trying to remember, utilities, logs and messages. Okay, so these were the damage. See, this is the damage that he was doing to me, and he was doing it with Majorna Rage rockets. So this is something that you can do, which I haven't done it. Ooh, and he had some accolades too on me too. I did not notice that. Okay, so there is something I need to know. Um, these fights happen so quickly. Um, this is something else that you can do. So let's just do a quick search on the types of rockets he was doing. Let's just type in. I don't want to get rid of that. I've got too many windows open here. Rage, and then ammunition. Those were rockets, right? Yeah, rage rockets. So their attributes, they do EM damage. So he was focused on my EM. So if I had had the defensive EM, so while I was trying to do EM with my guns, he was doing EM with rockets. Plus, he had an accolade out, which does EM damage. So he was really able. That's why he was able to ping me down so fast. I'm sure there's other parts to it. Um, good learning though. I think I did better, even though it went pretty fast. I think I'm starting to get some of the stuff down here. Um, I'm gonna let this timer go out and then get myself. How far I'm away from home? Um, oh, I'm only 2 jumps. You know what? I flew out like 30 jumps and then flew back 2 jumps away from home. That's freaking fantastic. Okay, well, that's about it for today. I need to end this video so I can get it up and put it up on YouTube. Thanks so much for watching. I will try to do some more later on this week and try to learn from my mistakes and get blown up some more. Hey, you guys fly safe, fly dangerously, fly however like you want. I will talk to you soon. Have a good one.